Our next Hall of Famer, Shalaya Kipp. Shalaya lettered 4 times as a standout middle distance runner, both cross country and track, under Coach Mark Wetmore and Heather Burrows from 2009 to 2014. A 9-time All-American. 4 of those came in cross country. Just the second female in CU history to do so. In 2012, Kipp made CU history as the first athlete, male or female, to win an individual Pac-12 title, capturing the steeplechase crown at the Pac-12 outdoor meet. In the fall, she had led the Buffs to the victory in the inaugural Pac-12 cross-country championships. In 2012, the NCAA steeplechase champion, that kick-started a tremendous summer where she shattered her personal best by more than 7 seconds to claim the final spot on Team USA for the London Olympic Games. Yeah. After college, Kipp competed professionally, earning several medals around the world and narrowly missing a second Olympics in 2016. She graduated from CU with a bachelor's degree in integrative physiology and psychology, and later earned a master's degree in integrative physiology from CU in 2017, and a PhD in kinesiology. Goodness gracious, I can't say all those words. I can't say them. She had to study them. And she earned that last one at the University of British Columbia in 2023. She is now a postdoctoral research fellow at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. She remains active in the running community and has recently shifted her focus to the marathon. You know what? Someday she's going to accomplish something. I'm convinced of it. I think she'll do it at some point. So as long as she keeps working hard. Holy cow. And now Shalaya Kipp is a Hall of Famer here at the University of Colorado.
Shorter. I come from a sport where if you're faster, it's better, so we'll see if that spills over to the speech tonight. But thank you so much for having me here. It's an incredible honor to be here and inducted into the CU Athletic Hall of Fame. When I think back to my time in Boulder as a young athlete, I think about walking through Balch Fieldhouse a lot. All the plaques were up on the wall, All-Americans, NCAA champions, Olympians, and I remember just so badly wanting to make it. And I think of that little girl a lot, and I think how meaningful that makes tonight, that she actually did it. CU, cross country and track, gave me more than race results and times. It gave me people, it gave me a community, and that shaped me in many ways that I'm grateful for today. My coaches, Mark Wetmore and Heather Burrows, believed in my long-term development. A young Shalaya still remembers pounding up the Boulder Creek path in tears when she was told she wouldn't make varsity her freshman year, and said she would redshirt. But good coaches see what an athlete can't see, and that a developmental season would serve me far better than one as just our 7th runner. They taught me that progression isn't linear, and that consistency matters in the work that you put in, and when no one's watching, eventually it all becomes who you are. I'm often asked how I got into the steeplechase. That's that weird event where you jump over hurdles into a pit of water. And it really happened by accident. Coach Wetmore came over to me one day and asked if I had any interest, and I said, yeah, sure, I'll try it. And so he told me to stay for hurdle practice. And I did, and then I asked if I should come back the next day, and he quickly said no. A few months later, we were down at Potts Field, the track, and he said, I think we should resurrect this idea of you trying the steeplechase. Why don't you go try a water jump? And the water jump's the one where you step on the barrier and jump over a 12-foot long pit of water. I did it, and he kind of smiled at me, and he said, go do that again. And I did it another time, and he said, we found your event. You're going to be a steeplechaser. So late in the season, I changed my event. And not only that, it really changed the whole course of my career trajectory. Also, if you're not a runner, you might not realize how important teammates are. It looks like a very individual sport. People see one race result next to one name and one time and one place. But every performance I ever had was built on the women beside me. My teammates, thank you for the countless miles, the laughter, the suffering together, and of course, the Sunday Fun Day long run brunches, followed by games of Catan. But more importantly than the good workouts we did shoulder to shoulder was the days when we had hard races lost, NCAA titles not defended, where I had a shoulder of a teammate. I'm here tonight because of the environment you created and the standards we held for each other. Speaking of teammates and pushing each other's and competitiveness, student athletes back in the early 2010s, we were required to put in hours in the Dahl Ward study hall. And I found out there was a track guy who held the record for weekly hours. He had done 24 hours in a single week. And I thought to myself, I need to beat that. And so proudly, I walked away with a 28-hour week. You would swipe your Buff One card, and you would log how many hours you had. That guy is now my husband as well. We are still very competitive. But CU taught me to fully invest in everything, to show up with effort, humor, and heart, even in study hall battles that no one really asked for or cares. To my family, my mom, my dad, thank you for your unwavering love and support. The foundation to chase big goals. Good race, bad race, I always knew you would be there with a hug at the finish line. You hope that the work you put in matters, and every day you show up and you leave. And standing here today, I am grateful that my time at CU still echoes through this community, through my teammates, and through the athletes carrying the tradition forward today. I also want to thank and congratulate the other inductees in this room. This room is full of stories of dedication and grit, and it's an honor to be included. Thank you to CU Athletics and the committee. It means a lot. Go Buffs.